At the Quartermain boathouse, Eddie dives into the water after hearing himself singing to dive in. Olivia soon arrives and finds his boots and coat on the dock, but no sign of Eddie. She looks out into the water and sees splashing and thinks it's Eddie. She dives in and begins searching underwater for him. Eddie, meanwhile, swims to follow the voice he's hearing. Eddie ends up getting tangled in vines, and as he struggles, he thinks about everyone trying to remind him who he is. Eventually, Eddie passes out, but Olivia manages to get to him and begins to try and untangle him. In the kitchen, Brooklyn asks her mom what Tracy meant about her leaving. Lois believes her work here is done, but if she needs her, she'll stay right where she is. Brooklyn admits she's not in crisis for once, but it's been nice having her here, especially with Dad going through this Eddie Main phase. Talk turns to the business, and she asks her daughter if she and Blaze are ready for battle. Brooklyn believes she is. Lois notes it's going to take a lot of work and be a hard road, and deception could be the easier path to take. Brooklyn says there are too many bad memories and lost friends there. Lois asks why she doesn't just give the company back to her friends and stick it to Granny. Brooklyn says she can't, as Tracy made herself president of the board. Lois says there is always a way around Tracy, but to get the queen out of the castle, you have to be inside it first. Brooklyn feels bad about conspiring to oust Tracy with what she's going through. Lois says Tracy would be the first to say family is family and business is business. Lois guesses she'll have to stick around Port Charles and help her with her Tracy problem. At Deception, Maxie meets with the photographer Salvador, and she can't believe Sasha is going to be immortalized by him. Salvador becomes angry and won't work with a doper or a fragile, unstable flower such as Sasha. Maxie promises that Sasha, who arrives, won't let him down. Maxie helps convince Salvador to work with Sasha, and the shoot begins. Cody soon arrives with a baby alpaca for the shoot, per Maxie's request, and watches Sasha work. Cody is mesmerized while watching Sasha, ignoring Maxie when she asks him to bring the alpaca in for the shoot. During a break, Sasha meets Ferdinand, the baby alpaca. When Salvador sees her, Cody, and the alpaca together, he feels this is the authentic shot he has been looking for and begins photographing them. Salvador gives them modeling instructions, and Maxie can't believe how perfect this is turning out. Felicia meets with Stella at the cafe and tells her about her best friend Anna shooting a young girl, and it was her fault. Stella asks how this is her fault. Felicia says it was her idea that Anna moved into that apartment. If she had stayed with her and Mac, then it wouldn't have happened. Stella says she doesn't know that, and no one could have predicted that girl would be there. Stella suggests she take the day off, but Felicia needs to work to keep from worrying about Anna. Changing the subject, Felicia asks about Curtis, and if his accident is why she is staying at Port Charles. Stella answers yes and no. Stella admits while in London she met a charming and proper British man, George. She says he became her tour guide of the city. It was like something out of a movie. She fell hard for him, and George proposed. She turned him down as it would have meant staying in London, while her family is here. At the Metro Court, Lauren meets with Spencer and breaks the news about his cousin Charlotte being shot. She explains Charlotte is supposed to recover, and there is a lot they don't know about what happened. She just wanted him to hear this from her. There is something else they need to discuss, but he doesn't want to discuss his father if that is what she wants to talk about. Suddenly, Esme interrupts and has big news to share with them.